Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and we're back with another Total War Warhammer video. Lately of course, we've been talking a lot about the Twisted and the Twilight DLC, which is due to release on the 3rd of December. The hype has been quite large and it's understandable, but now I want to talk about Clan Moulder as a whole and what units they're still missing from their rosters. Bear in mind that some of these units do not have official models, but rather were based around kit bashing. So without further ado, let's begin. Way back when, there was an official Clan Moulder army list. This was known as the Hellpit army list, which was led by Gorich, the Castellan of Hellpit. This was a rather interesting army, primarily made from kit bashing models, where you would use parts from other minis and create your own. Games Workshop through White Dwarf magazine made some official rules for these minis, which were then always wildly accepted as the official Clan Moulder lists. First we have the Giant Rat, a mainstay unit for Clan Moulder. This is their basic core choice, which is used in a very similar way as to very fast unarmored clan rats. Many people would compare them to Skaven slaves, but they're used in a very similar yet different sense. Skaven slaves are used as a moving tar pit, where they'll primarily move in front of your armies and use them to keep other things safe. Whereas giant rats themselves were considered to be much faster, you were able to make them into fast moving tar pits. For example, you would use them to knock a crew out of its artillery, but also hold down any skirmishers or any late arrivals. Think of them as a cheaper, weaker horde variant of the wolf rats. Next we have the Frotlings, which in all honesty, well, they played the same role as the giant rats. The only difference is that Frotlings themselves aren't giant rats, they are horrible mutations created by Frot the Unclean, so they can have various different looks. And they had the Fear special rule, which was quite uncommon for the smaller Clan Moulder monsters. Armored Rad Ogres would play in an almost identical role as the standard ones. The only difference here is that obviously they would be heavily armored, so thus would be able to take more damage. And they have been known to carry extra weapons into combat, sometimes clubs, big axes and so on. It was rare, but it was still possible. One missing unit is that of the Mutant Rat Ogre, which really makes no sense to add in, as of course we can now mutate Rad Ogres ourselves with the Clan Moulder Flesh Laboratory. Trolls were a possibility in the Clan Moulder list, however it doesn't really make too much sense. Trolls would just stand out way too much in regards to a Skaven army, even if it's only available to Clan Moulder. Aberrations were very much like the Chaos Spawn to the Skaven. The difference here is that they were very much aware of what they've become, and have been driven mad by their fate, so they will go to every length to ensure that they are put down once and for all. This would be an unbreakable monstrous infantry unit, which would not stop until fully put down. Next we would have the Burrowing Behemoth, a blind and twisted beast, which was created by Clan Moulder in an effort for them to dig the tunnels of Hellpit. These are fast and extremely durable creatures, very much similar to that of the Dread Saurian with the Lizardmen. It's there to do damage and a lot of it. The beast itself causes terror, has stupidity and, well, is there just to be a doorstop for any large creatures. Where I'd imagine, once again, it would be used exactly the same way as the Dread Saurian, destroy big monsters or have it decimate large hordes. Now we've got a popular one which unfortunately was never added in through this DLC, the Chimera Rat. I'm actually quite surprised about this. The Chimera Rat is an extremely popular monster. This is very well known throughout Chaos Robbie's mod. It has terror, stupidity, large target, and also has a breath weapon, that of Breathe Warp Fire. It is to be used exactly the same way as a Dark Elf Hydra, and obviously was one of the more unique looking Skaven. After which we have one more unique unit, that of the Flayer Kin. These were once Chaos Warriors and Marauders who unfortunately had disappointed their rulers, and thus were sent to help it to be experimented upon, where then they would be destroyed mentally, physically, emotionally. These are damned men. All they are there for is to basically just die. They are skirmishing warriors which are used to grapple onto walls. Yes, this is a siege unit more than anything, which unfortunately is probably the reason why they were never added in. Which is a shame, because it would have been nice to see a human type of slave or something other than Skaven. That's pretty much it in terms of missing units for Clan Moulder. Now, there is a Lord and Hero choice known as Master Mutators or Master Moulders as heroes. With the Packmaster being added in the Twisted and the Twilight, that's pretty much using the same type of rules as a Master Moulder. But it's very surprising that no Master Mutator was added in, considering that almost every major clan now has their own specific Lord choice, barring Clan Pestilence and Clan Moulder. It seems like it's a missed opportunity. Think of it in a very similar way to how Frot currently plays, but a weaker variant. We've already seen Master Assassins for Clan Eshin, and Warlock Masters for Clan Scryer. Of course, Clan Pestilence is missing a Lord choice, but that's more or less filled out by a Grey Seer with the spells of Plague. It's surprising is all. Maybe it'll be added into the future, but I find it strange that it wasn't added in with a Clan Moulder DLC. Now, of course, there is a missing legendary character, that of Squeal Gnawtooth. He is a legendary Packmaster, but unfortunately, I think we'll never actually get to see him. Of course, Gorage has taken his legendary hero slot, and well, if we can be perfectly honest, Squeal's not really that needed, despite the fact that he is a personal favourite of mine. That's pretty much all that's left in regards to Clan Moulder. And no, I'm not saying what should or should not have been added in this DLC, but rather putting it out there. You see, it's going to be a while until we see any more Skaven content, where it's very likely the next content patch which will feature the Skaven, very far into the future I'm imagining, will be the last, possibly under a certain Grey Seer. So these could possibly be new units to be added with him. Of course, there's other units such as Storm Fiends, Vermin Lords and so on, but those are pretty much just a given. What do you think about the missing characters? Do you think any of those should have been implemented throughout the Twisted and the Twilight, or do you think that they're better yet served in a future content patch? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and let's start a bit of a discussion. But with that, my friends, we've come to the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, might I suggest giving the video a like, or even subscribing to the channel, as it really does help us out. In the description section below are various links to different social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram and Discord. Also in the description section is an affiliate link with Element Games where you could buy loads of hobby-based products, not just Warhammer, for 10 to 25% off. Making a purchase using that link and also our special code, which is also in the description, supports the channel at no extra cost to you, which we think is rather cool. A big thank you to our patrons. Your support means the world to us. It's amazing that people want to help a small channel like us grow and get to a higher level of content. A big thank you to Gibraltar LUSC, Ryan Bertsche, Andrew Prince and Okro for subscribing to us at our Fane level. You guys are super cool. And a big thank you to Edward Yule, VS Vasan, Aaron Whitman and Shaggy for subscribing to us at our King level. Honestly, we can't thank you all enough. And lastly, a big thank you to all of you for liking, sharing and commenting on these videos. Honestly, it's because of you guys that the channel's been growing at such a great pace lately, so we can't thank you all enough. But with that, my friends, thank you so much for watching once again, and we shall see you all again very, very soon. Have a good day.